It is cold in here. And it says it's like 50. I'm not used to this coldness. It's just in the morning though. Well, anyways, what's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to the gym now. You just saw my little like pre-workout routine. Always have my Clio on the way. So yeah, I thought I was gonna do maybe a little day in the life, week in the life, we'll kind of see. But excited to have you here. If you're new, hello, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe so you don't miss a video. I feel so weird like strapped in. But if you've been here, welcome back and let's get into it. Okay, so I just got done with my workout. I actually started a new split today. So that was fun. And it's always like when I start a new one, it's always like trying to figure out like the movements and like obviously I know how to do them, but you know, I don't want to like push myself too much because then like the next week's like I can't add weight, if that makes sense. But I definitely like to work on mind to muscle connection these weeks, and so yeah, it's really fun to do that. I'm just tired, and honestly like I'm having kind of a bad body image day, just feeling kind of like puffy, just not feeling the best. And we all have it, but I know that sometimes in the past like it would have totally ruined my workout, and like that's all I would be thinking about. I wouldn't like, sometimes I'd even like cry during my workouts because I was like, I just feel gross and I don't want to be here at all. I'm just happy that now when I get that way I can still like make it through my workouts because I know because I can remind myself like, okay, you know, you're just feeling this way, it's okay, like we all feel this way sometimes, but what's most important is like that you're here getting it in, you're doing your best, stuff like that. So sometimes I just need to tell myself that, and I think we all do, but it's important to do that and not let yourself just ruin your whole day just because, you know, you might feel a little icky. So yeah, I'm gonna go home, make some food. Honestly, like, so I had legs today and I'm always like so nauseous after, and I like need food, water, rest. Like, so I'm gonna go home, make some food. Oops, I didn't end my watch, but yeah, I will show you that when we get back, and let's go because I'm hungry. Okay, so I kind of got ready a little bit because I'm still not feeling the best, but I just kind of wanted to chat about it a little bit because I feel like, you know, when you keep it in and you just, I don't know, you can just get very stuck in your head and think all the negative things if you don't kind of like let it out and realize like, wow, that doesn't sound great and I don't think that's true at all, you know? So I feel like I've been kind of feeling like this recently, and I felt really good last week after like checking in with my coach, just like realizing that like this is temporary and I'm doing this on purpose and I want to make all the progress that I can during this time, during this off season. So I felt like really good after that, but then, you know, it's so just like easy to get back in your head. And I mean, when you have put on like 15 pounds, it's kind of just like hard to come to terms with it, sort of, especially when like I spent so much time cutting, like it was like 6-7 months, and now I'm like 5 months into bulking. So it's just hard, but like I know that it is, I know that it was going to be, but sometimes, you know, we just get stuck in what we're feeling right now, and it's hard to realize that there's more, and also that this is for a reason, and also that this is not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world that I have gained 15 pounds. It's not the end of the world that I feel kind of fluffy, that I have more fat on me than I did before. Also that I'm like making myself eat a lot for a specific reason, but it is hard. It's not just easy to eat that much day in and day out. So I knew this, I signed up for this, and that's also something that I like tried to remind myself over and over, is like, this is for a reason and this is what I wanted. So like that's what keeps me going. And that's the thing though too, like on the other end, when it's really hard that you're not eating a lot of food and you're cutting, reminding yourself like why you're doing it is so important. But obviously, like, I do all this with coaches, so I know I'm doing it in a healthy way instead of like driving myself into the ground, because I have done that before. But I feel like right now, one of the hardest things is that I'm definitely comparing, because like there's people at the gym, there's people on social media, like my friends online, and just like friends in general. Like, I don't have that many close people in my life that are doing the same thing, that have just lost, like went through a phase of losing 30 pounds and now they've gained back like 15 and have done that like in 1 year. And so that's something that's kind of hard for me, is like I sort of feel alone in what I'm doing, but this is like what I want for me and it's not for anybody else. And that's like what I try to remind myself of, like what I'm doing is like this whole thing of competing, bulking, cutting, whatever that I'm doing is for me. And so, you know, I try to just be happy in my body. And okay, my camera is flashing because of the battery. Okay, so my camera died, but I just can feel alone sometimes in my journey when I don't have people that close in my life that are doing the same thing, working towards the same goal, or even like fully understand it. But I didn't know how much I would love it, how much it would like bring into my life, how passionate I would be, and just like how much I feel like I needed to do this. And honestly, like sometimes I think about it and I think, like, what if I just did lifestyle right now? What if I just, you know, ate for lifestyle goals and trained for lifestyle goals? Like, where would I be? Would I be a lot happier? Would I be happier in my body? You know, especially just moving to Florida, like, would it just be so much nicer to be in a more comfortable state and maybe get to that point where I'm just like happy in the body that I love and just like intuitively be and whatever. It's so weird to think about it, because this has just kind of like been so much of my life for so long. Like, I've tracked for like 3 years and haven't stopped. But I haven't wanted to, and I haven't had this feeling that it's too much, or that I need to stop, or I need a break. And it was just really weird thinking about doing this for lifestyle, and wow, like maybe I could just be happy right now and I'm 23, like, I don't know, I could just be living my life. And not maybe feel like a slave to a goal that I have. But the more that I thought about it, the more that I was like, oh my God, I do not want to look back in even like 5 years from now and be like, I wish I did that. Because in 5 years from now, I could be doing lifestyle, I could be just living life and whatever, but I'll have done that. I'll have got to that place where I'm not thinking about it anymore because I did it. And a lot of this is like, I want to prove something to myself, but also I want to do this. Like, I have this drive in me now, so why just stop for that little bit of, you know, like feeling more comfortable in my body? Like, why not shoot for those really big goals and something that I want to like try? And I might get to that point and I'm like, this is too much, I'm done with it, but I did it, you know? And I'd rather get to that point than be like, oh, I'd rather just be like comfortable in my body right now, so I'm just gonna stop for these big goals. A lot of thought on that one day, just because I wanted to make sure I was in it. I think it's a big thing to, you know, put on yourself and to do for yourself if you're not fully in it. So I figured out I'm fully in it. It's not just gonna stop the uncomfortable days, I'm still gonna have them, but I had that underlying goal and that drive that's going to make me keep going. And I think it's important for everybody to have that, because if you don't, then you'll get stuck in your head so much, and it's for nothing. I think we all have like some bigger, greater goal, and that's what you have to remind yourself of. we all have bad body image days, but you know, we don't have to let them ruin our days. We don't have to let them ruin weeks, life, whatever, and we can still reach our goals. We can still be happy. We can still be happy in our bodies and confident. Like, I'm still wearing the same things to the gym because I want to stay confident in my body. So I encourage you to not change for anybody else, to not even change because you're uncomfortable. Like, push through that uncomfortability, whatever, you get it. Because that's what's really going to lead to you feeling the most confident in your body at any time, no matter what. So yeah, sorry about this long little spiel, but it's just kind of been on my brain. Okay, so I just had some calls and now I'm just made lunch too, so I'm going to eat this. But do you ever just feel like you have like blah days? Like, I know I talked about body image earlier and it's not affecting me, I promise, but just like, I don't know, just like days, you know? That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So after this, I'm going to go on a walk, maybe listen to a podcast, but maybe just like listen to the nature and stuff, because sometimes I don't do that and I just like let my brain be so hyperactive and thinking about so many things, like being like scrolling my phone and on a podcast, and it's just too much. So maybe I will just walk and be with nature. So yeah, 'cause it's pretty nice out. But this is my lunch, pretty much what I usually have. So green beans, chicken, and rice, and then some rice cakes. And this is the sauce I used today from Trader Joe's. It's really good. It almost reminds me of like the ginger sauce, like you get at sushi restaurants or whatever, on the salads. So I actually really like this. It's kind of weird that I'm putting it in here with rice and stuff, but it's really good. So going to eat this and then go on a little walk. Okay, it is much later and I'm actually making dinner right now, but I didn't do too much. I did go on a walk. I think that might have been one of the last things I said, but I kind of just like chilled and relaxed a little bit, finished up some stuff for clients. Yeah, I just tried not to do too much or force myself to do anything extra because I just wanted to relax after an day. But yeah, honestly, if you watched till now, I appreciate you, and I think I'm just gonna close this out here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.